Nowadays, technology has advanced very far. It's made it easy to keep up with friends across the world, to order things off of Amazon with one click, and more. Nowadays, everything is at our fingertips. Our world is the very image of convenience. But with this development comes the negative effects, and I can assure you there are a lot. If you look on the streets a few decades ago, you would have seen no phones. But now everyone is bent over their phones, constantly interacting with technology and never truly present in the moment. For many people, their phone is the last thing they see before they close their eyes at night and the first thing they reach for when they open their eyes in the morning. Technology is addictive, and the results are apparent in our daily lives. Having our nose glued to the screens all the time is not a good idea. First of all, hunching over your phone for hours a day is not good for your back or for your eyes. Second of all, excessive technology use, especially on platforms such as Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, etc., is correlated with things like more anxiety or stress. Technology has evolved a lot over the years, constantly pushing out new shiny gadgets and new features to play with. These shiny new tools have caused us to be increasingly dependent and addicted to technology. While advancement of humankind is certainly a plus, what we cannot ignore is the side effects of it. Many people are addicted to their devices, using way too much screen time, but you don't have to be one of them. So in this video, I will break down the science behind technology addiction and how you can overcome it. But before we jump into this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with your friends. This tells the YouTube algorithm that you like my videos, and it will push it out to more people so I can have a larger impact on this world, which is my mission with this YouTube channel. Anyway, let's get started. So the first question to break down is, why are we addicted to technology? Well, there's a few reasons. The first is the unexpected rewards. Technology brings us different rewards, whether it is receiving a notification that you got a few likes on your latest post, or a notification that your friend responded to your text. Our brains don't know what to expect when we unlock our phones or open up social media or refresh the page. Technology is specifically designed to prey upon this craving of our brain. Our brain loves the unexpected rewards more than expected ones. If we know that every time we open social media, we would have exactly 3 likes on our latest post, it would be a lot less addictive because it would mean that at any time, we would know the status of our latest post. But when things are unexpected, it's exciting, it's new, and the rewards vary, so we are a lot more addicted to unexpected rewards. The second reason for technology addiction is the fear of missing out, also known as FoMO. Many people who open up a social media account is to keep up with a friend to avoid missing out on things. But since social media is so addictive, we quickly stray past that purpose and start using it for different purposes. But that aside, if we ever think about quitting or merely even taking a break from social media, we are compelled to not do so because of our original reason to start using social media: the fear of missing out. We humans don't like to miss out on things, and now with technology, it's easier than ever to avoid missing out. But this constant stream of updates on our friends and family have become routine, and the fear of missing out is so much more amplified in today's world. The last reason is technology is just addictive. Addictions are habits at their core, and technology is really consistent, therefore letting our brains instill a habit of constantly checking technology to some sort of reward. What I mean is this: after every trigger, we check our devices, and it always brings us some sort of reward. It could be a social media notification, or a text message notification, or anything of the sort. Technology has the perfect conditions to be addictive, and it is. So after digging through the reasons why we are addicted to technology, we can move on to how we can break this addiction. There's a few different ways. The first way is to increase friction. A habit consists of 4 steps: the cue/trigger, the craving, the routine, and the reward. In technology, there are often a few different triggers, and the routine is checking your devices, and the reward is a notification of some sort. So the best way you can break this habit loop of technology addiction is by increasing the friction to move from step 2, the craving, to step 3, the routine. This works because of the ways our brains perceive instant gratification. This is how it works. Our brains love instant gratification. Rewards that are not instant, not so much. So basically, if you can delay a reward, it becomes not as important and satisfying to you, which can break the habit loop. So there's a few ways you can go about this. One way I do it is by signing out of all social media. This causes a lot more friction between when you get the craving to check social media and when you can actually satisfy it after you sign in. Another way I do it is by removing Touch ID. I don't use Touch ID on my iPad, so I have to enter a long password manually. So 1, don't even try to hack into my iPad, and 2, it takes longer for me to unlock my iPad, which again delays the gratification. Another thing I do is to delete all distracting apps from my devices. On my iPad, I keep no distracting apps, and on my phone, I keep absolutely no distracting apps either. Distracting apps for me includes YouTube, Twitch, Discord, and social media. When I truly need to focus, I apply 2 extra layers of protection. The first layer is with the app Freedom, which can block different websites and apps through a block list, and then through turning off my Wi-Fi. You can also use apps like RescueTime, Moment, and countless others to track and manage your screen time. The last way you can increase friction is through using simple physical distance. I find that most of the time, if I'm doing something, I'm far too lazy to stand up, walk outside my room, walk to where my phone is usually charging, then pick it up. So physical distance is quite helpful, especially for lazy people like me. For example, if you're going on a walk, leave it at home. If you're going to the grocery store, leave it at home. If you're hanging out with a friend, put it away. If you're going to bed, put it far away. And if you're trying to focus, put it really far away. The second way you can reduce your screen time is by taking breaks regularly and setting up limits. Like I said earlier, you can download apps to track and manage your screen time. I'd personally recommend you to shut off all technology an hour around your sleep schedule. I find that it lets you get a good night's sleep and it lets you start off your day on the right foot. I also take every Sunday off of all forms of social media and entertainment, which for me is YouTube, Instagram, and Twitch. If you don't want to go that extreme, you can set aside an hour or so of your day to take on an intentional break from technology. Even a small break can help a lot if you're a helpless addict. The third way you can reduce your screen time is by eliminating the triggers. What I mean by this is getting rid of whatever causes you to compulsively pick up your phone. Again, all addictions are habits, and habits can be broken if you eliminate the triggers or replace the habit. Find out what commonly triggers you to check your phone. One I can think of off the top of my head is boredom. In today's society, naturally, when we're bored, we reach for our phones. Instead of reaching for your phone, try to replace the routine with something else. Maybe you can crack open a book or whip out a pen and paper and write. There's endless possibilities that you can replace the routine of picking up your phone with. The other common trigger to pick up your phone is notifications. Every time you hear that ding, that indicates that your friend has texted you, or you see that Twitter notification pop up. The routine to this trigger is to click on the notification, then waste a lot of time. While boredom is inevitable, notifications are a trigger that we can fix. I'd suggest you to leave all notifications off except for your calendar and perhaps text messages if not a lot of people text you. One thing that I'm trying out right now is using grayscale. Often the flashing and bright colored app icons can be very distracting and tempting, so using grayscale helps me be less distracted from them. For iPads, you can find them by going in accessibility, display and text size, then color filters, and then turning the color filters on. The grayscale option should be checked by default, but check that it is. And if you own any other devices, I'm sure that you can figure it out with a bit of playing around in your settings. I always try my best to not be addicted to a screen. While I certainly slip up sometimes and might end up watching YouTube for hours, I always try my hardest to not be one of those people who has their nose in their phone for the entire day. Reducing and managing my screen time has always been one of my top priorities and a goal that I constantly stretch for. If you guys have any other suggestions, please leave them in the comments for me and everyone else to read. Share this video with a friend or a family member who you think would need it, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoy my content. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.